Greetings, Professor McKee here with our next episode in the Academy Let's Play. Last episode, we, the Academy, launched our first offensive against Undina. It was successful, partially. Their station in orbit was destroyed. Their current ships at this forward operating base they have in the asteroid belt, all destroyed. My fleet took a beating. And I'm not able to deal with their base here, which, they have some very nice noble metals in this asteroid. In response, they've sent several fleets to contest it. This one has a colony ship, which I assume is going to be trying to rebuild a station. It's not well defended. Hopefully I can deal with that. I have sent a relief fleet. It's coming in April. Their fleets are coming in February, March. There's another fleet in Mercury that's going to leave shortly. Tomorrow. And otherwise, there's not much they're doing. I've basically drawn all their attention to Undina, except there's one Hydra commander who's very aggressive, and he's decided, you know what, we're going to try to invade Earth with an assault carrier. The problem for him, and it's well defended, he's got particle beams and stuff, is he doesn't have a lot of escorts. He has some battle cruisers, he's got a battleship. I'll probably take some losses, but I will be able to destroy this because my Earth Review board has 76 ships. He's bringing 10. I'm winning this fight. I will probably do auto-resolve just because I can't really bring all of these ships, these little missile boats, to bear in an ordinary, actually played-out fight. And also trying to micromanage 70 missile boats is pretty rough. It's pretty difficult and painful to do. So that's space. Down on Earth, well, I'm slowly building in the administrative complexes, the Tier 3, to get more admin point cap. And once that happens, and also once Germany gets folded into European Union in 1 month, I'll be able to federate them, and then a little ways after that, I'll be able to unify in. Also, Norway will be unified into. Well, I would love to take out Italy, because Italy's the only other member of the Federation that I control, and I kind of foolishly linked together EU and African Union and the United States into a federation. So these guys are grabbing a lot of my funding and a lot of my boost. I really shouldn't have done that. But if the Project Exodus and they've been cracked down, if Initiative will steal that point, then I have no issue with just going in and taking Italy. And it's a nice country to take. Has a lot of mission control, has some nice research. It'll also get me a lot of money back because I'm losing about 800 a month because the Initiative is taking it. If I can't get into Italy because I don't want to do anything to hurt the Exodus, well, Humanity First and Protectorate own United Kingdom, which is pretty similar to Italy in terms of research and boost and mission control. There's also Serbia, Kosovo that I could grab. I now have claims on Turkey. That's all Initiative and Humanity First, which I'm happy to deal with. And hey, Georgia over here, but currently the servants have. I also have a claim there too. So I have a lot of options. Italy would be my first pick, though. In Africa, well, I've been using my armies to try and deal with the xenoforming. It's not very efficient, but kind of want to just have some military force helping my councilors who are cleaning out the xenoforming here. There's more in Africa I need to deal with, although it's not too bad. It's really bad over in South America, but I don't control anything in South America. And one thing I discovered is you can actually see how the xenoforming is helping with climate change. So it actually does reduce carbon dioxide, but it doesn't reduce it that much. The natural reduction has actually been more impactful than the xenoflora that the aliens were spreading around. My hope is I can slow down the temperature growth enough that I don't reach 2C, because the global warming events get a lot worse as you hit those breakpoints, and you can never get them back. Once you hit 1.5 and have the 1.5 event, you're in trouble. The events get worse. And if you hit 2 or 2.5, it just keeps getting worse for you. So I'm at a point where methane is actually going down. Not that methane was really adding much temperature. Nitrous oxide is also, it adds quite a bit, and I think it's still increasing a little bit, but it's very, very slight increase. And China is running some environment. Its sustainability is improving quite a bit. Over in India, I'm running environment too. I don't really have control of the country yet anyways. And I mean, I don't like that the protectorate is running spoils. It's going to produce a lot of pollution. But they're also creating mission control and boost, so I'm letting them do that while I work on some of the environment, getting India's sustainability up. India's producing quite a bit of CO2, 0.14, and China has much better sustainability, but it's much better economy, is at 0.22, so this is a lot just between the two of them. Russia is kind of bad too, because Russia has so much oil and really bad sustainability, 0.16. But like over in the US, I've maxed it out. It's only 0.08. Pretty good. European Union's really low too. Economy's lower, and that's only 0.02 because it's really good sustainability. All right, so I'm going to keep going, and within a few months we'll be having some excitement out in space, as well as some fun things down on Earth with getting more room to move in on more of Europe. Deuterium fusion is complete. I actually shouldn't have done this one first. I should have gone for magnetic nozzles. That's required for, as you can see, many of the drives. The fusion drives you'll be using in the very late game. This one is going to be all drives. This one is kind of weapons and building ships, and this one will be for the Earth. That's sort of the plan for our global techs for the next couple of years. All right, the assault carrier has arrived. They are trying to land on Cambodia, but my defense fleet will arrive in one day. Some of my ships are quite slow, although might as well bring along my a new strike force before I send them out. And I will auto-resolve again because I have 90 ships versus 10. It's going to be a nightmare to try and manage the fight. Okay, here we go. Let's engage. They will fight. And yeah, didn't lose any ships. Lots of promotions. And the assault carrier is gone. That was a poor decision, whoever was in charge of deciding to send that assault carrier with such poor defenses. Well, the fleet they sent to Undina, they've decided to run away. really sure why, and so they've left their station that they're building undefended. Okay. I'll just destroy the station they started building. I'm not... Okay, fine. Alright, it's gone. Integrated Earth Science economy is complete. And I completely agree, Soren. Don't usually say that, but yeah, tariffs, not great. Free trade is good. We're trying to convince the aliens through force that they should do that with us. So this will unlock fleet logistics, which is useful for our fleets. But I'll be also doing some economy things for the research. Just quickly grab... yeah, let's grab colony. No, minded machine. And then they send a surveillance mission. It's easy kills for us, so yeah. Yep, they're going to fight. I will just do auto resolve. I have a giant fleet here. I split it up in roughly half just to make sure they'd be willing to take the fight, because my combat power is lower, and that's because my delta V is super low. So they're going to be tricked into thinking they could win this fight. They can't. Yeah. Our missiles smashed through them. And let's watch.
We've removed some threats.
Okay. And I've taken the executive and legislature for Italy because my control by capacity has gone way up. Those administrative complexes are starting to complete. And there's something interesting you can do if you control the executive, which I'm going to show once I have full consolidation. And with this extra room, okay. I'll probably go for United Kingdom because that's going to be a lot more valuable than Serbia. And then after that, probably after Turkey. Yes, I have claims in Turkey, so I'll go after Turkey after that. But I've got lots of room. I'm going to get a whole lot of additional science and mission control from both of those places. So, the aliens have sent a fleet to Mercury to attack my dockyards. And I'm using a new missile I want to show off, shaped nuclear weapons in space. And I should have plenty of missiles to punch through these guys. They don't have very much point defense. Yeah, very little. They have a lot of torpedoes. So I'll engage. So these new shaped nukes have fewer in the magazine. They also have reduced delta V, so they won't be able to accelerate for as long. But they're shaped, so they will strike. Oh wow, what are they doing? Looks like they are trying to evade. And they're really jumping around. Okay, here comes their missiles. But we are dealing with them pretty well. they're shooting, and yeah, they hit at range. So even if the point defense kills them, they still do damage. Ooh, another one down, another one down. There's a lot of torpedoes coming in. But I have a particle defense, point defense. I think they can deal with it. Yes, they can easily deal with all those torpedoes. No damage. So that's how shaped nukes work. I don't have the highest one. The Styx shaped nuclear bombs, those require some volatiles and 20,000 research. But the tier below them, the Tartarus can work as well. And to get those, you need exotics, you need diamondoids, you need Acheron, and then shape chargers. 4 tiers of these shaped nuclear weapons you need. But they're kind of the final upgrade for weapons. The nuclear torpedoes just make an explosion all around it, which destroys other missiles. Not great. But the shaped ones just fire it directly at their target. Okay. Let's go back to the dockyard. And repair the point defense I lost. Ultraviolet laser is complete, and the only other real combat to get is phased lasers, but I don't really need to get them yet. Instead, I'm going to go for the fleet logistics. That'll help with improving the quantity of the fleet, not just the quality. All right, mind and machine complete, which will allow us to unlock the tier 3 cyborg upgrades for our counselors. And I did say this was going to be for things like the colony hubs, Accelerando, but I have an issue over in Undina. Go over there. So the alien base has a lot of defenses. That's basically all it has. I don't really have the ships capable of bombarding it, and I don't have... There we go. I don't have enough Marines to really assault the base. So, very quickly, I'm going to pick up Space Assault Doctrine. This will let me upgrade the station to Tier 2 Marines. Also, you can upgrade your ship-based utility modules. That'll be finished in about a month. And that'll just let me hopefully assault soon, because I would love to move on from Undina. I can't do it until I actually have successfully cleared it. Space Assault Doctrine done. It's very quick and will let us get better Marines. Now, back to the original, which was going to be, colony hubs. Okay, so this is a thing you can do with a country that has multiple regions. So Italy has 3 regions, right? Milan, Rome, and Naples. 1.5 billion for Milan, 1 billion for Naples. So a very large chunk of their GDP is in their non-capital region. So if you have consolidated control, you can cede territory to the European Union. Milan and Naples will go to the EU. And one of the initiative's control points is gone. Don't have to purge it. There's no hate. It just disappears. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's probably the only way to get rid of someone who you have, say, a non-aggression pact and you don't want to upset them. You can take control of the executive, cede territory. The one on the far left will be the ones that get lost first. I was hoping I could get rid of both of them, but I'll have to purge this last one out. All right, so the year is up, and in space, not a whole lot has been happening. I am kind of stuck trying to deal with the base on Undina. I don't want to send my fleet to the next asteroid base, because as soon as I do that, they'll probably attack my defenseless Marines that I'm building up to try and assault down that base. You can either assault a base down, or you can bombard it, and they have massive defenses either way. So I've tried bombarding, it does not work. I destroyed a couple modules, but my fleet got banged up really bad. Or you can try to assault. They have 266 combat strength. I'm going to need a lot of Marines to punch through that. And it's kind of better to assault down because you gain some resources if you do that. More so than if you just blow it up. You also gain intelligence, so I'll be able to figure out where all the aliens are. I hope all of them are gone from Earth, but I don't know for sure. But that's Earth. I mean, that's space. I am moving some additional Marines over there. And I'm building more. I have upgraded my station to have a better support. The Marine Company Barracks will give 8 instead of, I believe it's just 2, 4. Yeah, so it doubles it. Hopefully sometime next year I'll be able to completely destroy Undina and then move on to take a strike at their other 2 bases here. Back on Earth, well, I have gotten my control by capacity much higher because those administrative complexes, the tier 3 modules, will give you, well, I'm getting 540 now. I can assure you it was much lower before I had them come online. So I am rapidly eating up Europe. I have UK, which I will be merging in very soon. I just consolidated control so I can federate it. Moving in on Sweden. I have Austria. I have Switzerland. I have what's left of Italy. I have Serbia. I have Georgia. I'm setting up to take down Turkey. If people end up kicking the Resistance or Project Exodus out of these countries, Spain, Romania, and Portugal, I will go on them. Alternatively, I can go for Russia. I can probably do that same cede territory trick. Because a whole bunch of Russia's regions have claims from the European Union, and they're pretty large in terms of population. Kazan is not that smaller than Moscow. And it would probably drop to a 3 3 control point country once I cede all of these territories or regions over to the European Union. And then I can, say, merge in some of the things that the European Union doesn't have claims on, like, oh, I guess they have it. But Central Asia, Mongolia, I'll probably just let China take, because China gets a claim on that with its tech as well. But I'm pretty sure I can successfully deal with the resistance point just by doing that seed territory trick. 400 billion, 260. Petersburg is a lot. Yeah. And these regions out here, European Union doesn't have claims on them, but they're also tiny in population and GDP. So Russia's a great target that I think I can just take right now without worrying about upsetting the resistance. I can also finish off taking India. And once that's done, well, there's the Pan-Asian Combine tech, which gets you a whole bunch of claims on Southeast Asia for China. If you want to merge everything in and have the fewest countries possible, you'll need to do Indonesia and Taiwan along with China to get really big China. But if I do Pan-Asian Combine, for instance, Japan currently is available, and I wouldn't upset a faction I care about. So is North Korea, not South Korea. Some of the Southeast Asia, as long as I don't take Taiwan, because I need to keep Taiwan independent, are there. There's also, of course, tax to expand India, which is a lot cheaper. And I could go after South America. I should obsolete that, actually. Where is it? I don't see it. South American Union. Should be 10,000 tech. Well, I'll find it once I need to go there. South America is a wreck. There's all sorts of megafauna attacking things. 3 of them right now. And Bolivia, which is the country that gains all the claims, is it's not doing too well. Inequality is insanely high. Its cohesion is terrible. It's just constantly revolting, because the unrest is basically not lowered in the slightest, because there's no cohesion and there's no GDP per capita. Generally, South America is not a very good. It's the worst mega nation to go for, because none of the countries here are very wealthy or well developed. But that's what's going on Earth. Oh, there's an alien megafauna from Yemen. The servants control it, and they don't mow their lawn. They like the megafauna. So that's what I'll be doing on Earth, and then again in space, that's dealing with the Undina station mine, so that I can move on and continue to clear them out of the outer asteroid belt. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that others can find the series too. I'll see you all next time.